Radical.
To be honest, I don't know if Borderlands, the movie, even deserves a commentary from me. Because of how terrible it is. Because of the shockingly low amount of ticket sales it's had. Now, in the background, you'll notice multiple fans going, they're drawing off some shirts. I'm currently in the bathroom taking a crap. That's exactly how much I care about Borderlands the movie. I'm not going to see Borderlands the movie. I can't help but think how many of those ticket sales were from YouTubers that are obligated to do a review of the Borderlands movie. Now, there's several ways the Borderlands movie fails for me. A lot of people had a lot of promise for this, the movie. But from all the things I've heard, from all the trailers I've watched, from everything, it tells me it's not a movie that deserves my time. Let's say you are the biggest Borderlands fan in the world. All right, the biggest Borderlands fan in the world. You would probably want a movie that doubles that feeling from the actual video game. You might want something that's maybe, I don't know, animated, like cel-shaded, just on a bigger budget than Borderlands. Something that had that art style. That might be kind of a cool idea. I mean, something that stays kind of faithful to the game. Wouldn't that be interesting? And something that maybe shifts between, four main different characters, which is, Roland and Lilith, and then, the other two from the original movie. Or you could have some, Tales of the Borderlands was pretty good. I like that Telltale's game series, but I would rather watch that and not even play it. Some people argue how much you actually play Telltale games, but I would much rather go back to playing that again than going to pay to see the movie Borderlands. Like I said, I'm not going to see it. What's the appeal? Unless you're the biggest diehard Borderlands fan in the world, and you want to go see a movie that has some references to the game, why wouldn't you just go play the game more? What do you have in the cast? Well, you have a cast that mostly the story centers around Lilith, who is played by some actress, I forget her name. She's like 55, 60 years old. Now, whoever this actress is that plays Lilith, she's still kind of, I would say, smoking hot for a granny. She's got an amazing body. Looks like some parts of it are man-made, though. But still, hey, right? She is aging gracefully, I will say. Still kind of a G-MILF, I would say. When it comes to the other older one in the movie, which is Jamie Lee Curtis, I would say the yogurt's gone bad on that one. Right? So out of the gate, you have two old to elderly females in the main cast. All right? It's kind of weird. You would think Lilith, who's much younger in the game, would be played by a young actress. I don't know much about Tannis, the character. I haven't played a lot of the games. I played the first one a good bit, some of the second one, and I really like Tales of the Borderlands, which is the Telltale take on it. I would say one of the biggest problems to me is the main character, the straight-laced character, as I've heard, is played by black midget comedian Kevin Hart. Yeah. Which is accurate because Roland is black, so I guess that's accurate. But pretty sure Roland's not a fucking midget. Okay? Roland is not a midget. So I'm at a loss here because this is, from everything I've read, Kevin Hart is not playing the crazy type character he played in the other movies, like that one with Will Ferrell where he washes cars. He's not that outlandish comedic character. So what fucking good is Kevin Hart if he's not playing a comedic character? Was he trying to show you his acting chops in a non-comedic role? The world does not need Kevin Hart in a non-comedic role. And definitely seems outshadowed by the other female characters, and quite frankly, they're 2 feet taller than him also. So he just kind of gets lost in the shuffle. I think the person playing Tiny Tina is probably taller than Kevin Hart. Speaking of Tiny Tina, who has the rabbit ears and everything I've read tells me in the reviews that's not Tiny Tina. They even mess with Borderlands by giving you a Tiny Tina that has a different origin than Tiny Tina. And then there's Claptrap, which I thought would be the bright shining star because it's played by Jack Black. But apparently, this Claptrap character is even more annoying than Misa, Jar Jar Binks from Star Wars. So you have that ensemble, and you have a world that, from the pictures I've seen, doesn't look a lot like Borderlands, outside of maybe like nailing the look of Lilith. Okay. So, if any of you debate that point, okay, fine. If you've seen the movie and you tell me things about it I don't know, fine. But it's made $21 million so far on a $110 to $120 million production budget. That ain't including advertising. Who knows how much they've spent to try to advertise this turd, right? Now, it's directed by Eli Roth, from I see here, and he has a couple pretty good movies. But the movie is so bad, the reception is so bad, the ticket sales are so bad for this. Even Yui Bowl, who is famous for making famously incredibly terrible video game adaptation movies, is poking fun at them. You know it's fucking bad when Yui Bowl is making fun of you. I think Randy Pitchford, the head of Gearbox, came out and he was going at people, I think, on Twitter or X or whatever the hell they call it now, criticizing the movie. Because, he's heavily invested. Gearbox will be heavily invested because they want the movie to be a success out there. Because if your movie is a success, then that helps you in the future with your franchise. But I don't think this helps the franchise in any way, shape, or form. People don't seem to care a whole lot about Borderlands. And it just seems, the casting to me just seems like a big fail. It just does. And Borderlands itself, I mean, while it's a popular game franchise, there's other franchises out there that are much bigger than Borderlands. And, maybe that's one reason it's not really moving a lot of ticket sales. Maybe it's not a good movie for the summer period of time when there's a lot of other movies that are competing against it. There's actually higher sales from a re-release of a 15-year-old movie in Coraline, actually, and that's pretty shocking. And there's some movie about a damn purple crayon that is destroying it in ticket sales. So yes, I don't think anybody predicted years ago that Borderlands would actually be one of the lowest grossing turds of 2024.